Hi everyone. Most coin-operated pool tables and coin-operated football tables are fitted these days with an Essex straight six mechanical coin mechanism. And the reason it's called a straight six, it has 6 apertures for placing coins, or in this case coins and a token. It comes in on a set price. In this case it's set on £1, but a lot of people want to change it to 50 pence or to free play or to other denominations, and it's not difficult to do, but there is a process you need to follow to get it right. So to start with, all you need is a sturdy screwdriver and a little piece of card that's about 2 inches wide or thereabouts. I'll tell you what that's about in a short while. But what we have to do to begin with, we have to take out the slide. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to change this from £1 a game to 50 pence a game. At the moment, it won't go any further than that because there's no coins in it. So I'm going to change it to 50p, and the way I do that, first of all, is I have to take out this slide. This slide has to be removed, and so the only way I can do that is to take off this spring. It's called a return spring at the end here. Take that off, and then to get the slide out, I have to take this part that actually holds the spring in place. So there's 2 screws here, and I'll just take them off, hence the sturdy screwdriver, because they are well positioned. So take the first screw off and take the second screw out like so, and that arm comes away. So if you put those to one side, because they're going back in the same position at the end of this process. So the next thing we do is take out the slide. That will now come right the way out. So you can put the main part to one side, and we're going to be working on this side. As you can see here, 5 of the apertures are blocked with like a spacer, and it's open for £1 at that end. So I'm going to change it to 50p, which is the next opening along. Now at the moment that opening is closed. The £1 one's open and that one's closed, so I just need to switch over this spacer to there, and which will open up the 50p. So you can see the 50p is the second slot there. So turn it over, and it's all done in this area. First of all, there's a heavy screw to take out. It's actually like a little bolt, but you turn that out, again keeping everything to one side because it's got to go back exactly the same way, and that goes there. And then you just carefully lift out this part here, which holds the teeth in place. So that just comes away, and again lay that to one side. Now this is a very important part. This is the ratchet ball and spring. It's a unit here, and it's connected to this plastic piece. When you take it out, it has to go back the same way up, the right way up, otherwise it won't work. So when you take it out, and take it out with the spring, make sure you lay it down on the table the way it's going to go back in, exactly like that. So here now, just take off the plastic piece, comes apart, and what we're doing now, where the £1 aperture is, we're going to take that piece out there, and that's a spacer. You can see that, and that spacer is going to go into the £1 slot, which automatically has opened the 50p slot. And that's it. All we're going to do now is put it back together. So that goes back like so. The ratchet ball and spring goes back exactly as we've said, in that the same direction. It's pointing the same way down. Just got to get that fitted to that bit there. It's a bit fiddly, but it's easily done. Fit it in there and then put it on there. So just let me do that again, get that on properly. There we go. So that's in the position it was before we took it off, with that facing down. Then I put the cage back on to hold it and screw this together. Tighten this up. So that's ready now to slide back in. Now what you'll find is when you come to slide it back in, it won't go in fully and come out the other side. And that's because the levers on the inside of the coin mechanism here prevent it from doing that. So here's what we do. We slide it in so far, like that, and then we get this little piece of card, which is a couple of inches wide, as I say. Slide it in there over those levers, and then you'll notice it pushes right the way through. All it's done is lower those levers to allow you to push it through. So that's what the magic piece of card does, and that's not rocket science. And then what you do is put this unit back in place so that you can fit the return spring in position once again. So we then put the two screws back in place. And make sure they're very tight, because it's a strong spring and it needs them to be well tightened. So there's that well tightened. Refit the spring, which just clip it over, so the return spring just goes over that arm. And then with a bit of luck, it's now on the 50p slot. We put a 50p in, not working without the money, put the 50p in, hey presto, it goes through. So in other words, 50p in, and it's now on 50 pence where it was on £1. So that's it, that's all there is to it. All I would say is that if you wanted it on 70 pence, for example, 50 pence and a 20 pence, then you just remove those two spaces and allow those two holes to be open. And then to play a game, you'd need a 50p and a 20p at the same time. If you wanted it on token, you'd have to fill in all the blanks apart from the token blank and then do the same again. If you wanted it on free play, all you've got to do is put an extra spacer in so that all of those 6 areas there are filled in. And once they're all filled in, it will free play all the time. You may have to buy a spacer, but they are available. So that's it. Screwdriver, magic piece of card, 50 pence piece or whatever coin you want to test it, and just follow those instructions.